December 2nd, 1942. Snow drifted over Stalingrad, settling on the ruins like a silent funeral procession. What hid beneath that snow wasn't just cold. It was the shadow of something approaching, something inevitable. In the western sector of the city, inside a half-buried command bunker, German officers leaned over weather-beaten maps. The paper edges had curled from the cold, the ink had faded, and the names were barely readable. Even the maps seemed ready to abandon this city. At 4:10, the ground trembled. First a soft vibration, then a deeper pulse, as if the earth itself had begun to breathe. Someone outside whispered, "That isn't our artillery." His voice never finished the sentence. Something vast was moving toward them. An Oberleutnant climbed the icy steps and stepped outside. His breath crystallized instantly. At the edge of his vision, shadows gathered. Then the silhouettes merged, and finally the horizon revealed one unmistakable shape: the Red Army. The engines of T-34 tanks filled the darkness like an oncoming storm. Columns of infantry stretched endlessly, flowing through the snow like a metallic river refusing to stop. The officer's jaw locked. The words died in his throat. Another officer stepped beside him, his voice numb. "They never told us it was this massive." As more officers emerged from the bunker, the scale became undeniable. A captain scanned the approaching Soviet line and shook his head slowly. "This isn't a counterattack. This is a verdict." The Soviet soldiers advancing in the dark looked like the city itself, wounded, shattered, but unbroken. Inside the bunker, General Schmidt bent over the map. The blue lines marking German positions were no longer real. They were ghosts, illusions that had refused to die. With a hard, quiet voice, he said, "The ring is closing, and no one is coming to open it." The air in the bunker thickened instantly. One officer tried to hide how badly his fingers trembled inside his gloves. Another began to pray, only to stop after 3 whispered words. Even prayer couldn't find an echo in this city. Outside, the snowfall intensified. As the treads of T-34s crushed the ice beneath them, it felt as if time itself was being shattered. A German officer inhaled sharply and spoke the sentence that pierced everyone in earshot. "We won't stop them. They're no longer just soldiers. They're retribution." Soviet forces fanned across the streets of Stalingrad. Every step forward carried the weight of a nation that refused to die. Every silhouette moving through the smoke felt like the judgment of history. And in that moment, the German officers finally understood the truth. Stalingrad was no longer a battle. It was a reckoning, and their fate had already been written.